Toyota just made a decision that no other mass-market automaker has been bold enough to make, and it is going to force every car brand on the planet to rethink how they build SUVs. Starting with the 2026 model year, the RAV4, America's best-selling compact SUV, with over 6.4 million units sold since 1996, no longer offers a single gas-only engine. Not one. Every 2026 RAV4 that rolls off the lot comes with a hybrid or plug-in hybrid powertrain. That is not a premium upgrade. That is the standard, and that changes everything. If you want to understand why this is a bigger deal than most people realize, stay with me until the end of this video because I'm going to walk you through every major change, every number that matters, and help you decide if this is actually the SUV for you. The big move Toyota just made. Let's put this in context. The gas-only 2025 RAV4 started at $29,800. Toyota pulled that option entirely. For the 2026 model, every single RAV4 comes exclusively with a hybrid or plug-in hybrid powertrain. They did not hedge. They did not keep a budget gas trim to protect entry-level sales. They went all in. This is not the first time Toyota has done this. They did it to the Camry. They did it to the Sienna minivan. And now they have done it to their biggest seller of all. When Toyota makes a move like this on the RAV4 specifically, the entire industry has no choice but to respond. Honda, Hyundai, Nissan, Kia, they all have to answer the same question now. Why are we still selling gas-only SUVs? This is a line drawn in the sand, and it will not be erased. What the 2026 RAV4 actually looks like, the 6th generation, does not look like the old RAV4. Toyota calls it the hammerhead design language, and the reference point is closer to a mini Land Cruiser than a soft family crossover. The front end is more aggressive, the body is boxier, the proportions are more upright and confident. It also has larger tires, a higher ride height, and a more upright rear cargo area compared to the previous generation. Toyota is also offering new color options including Meteor Shower, Storm Cloud, and Ruby Flare Pearl, with two-tone variants that pair your exterior color with a black roof. This is the first RAV4 in years that genuinely looks like it wants to stand out in a parking lot. The lineup spans 7 trims organized around 3 design pillars. Core covers the LE, XLE Premium, and Limited. Rugged is the Woodland. And the Sport design pillar covers the SE, XSE, and the first-ever GR Sport, developed with Toyota Gazoo Racing. The badge on the back of the car remains a familiar LE, Woodland, XSE, and GR Sport names you will see at dealerships, but those 3 design pillars tell you exactly what kind of driver each group is built for. The powertrain numbers that matter. Here is where things get genuinely impressive. The standard hybrid delivers 226 horsepower with front-wheel drive and 236 horsepower with all-wheel drive. That is more power than both the outgoing gas-only and hybrid versions of the RAV4. So going hybrid only did not cost you performance. It actually added it. On fuel economy, the jump is significant. The LE FWD hybrid achieves 48 miles per gallon city and 42 miles per gallon highway. The AWD hybrid trims hit 46 miles per gallon city and 40 miles per gallon highway. The 2025 RAV4 hybrid managed 41 miles per gallon city and 38 miles per gallon highway. That is not a marginal improvement. That is a real-world difference you will feel at the pump every single week. Now, if you want to step up to the plug-in hybrid, the numbers get serious. The RAV4 PHEV puts out 324 combined horsepower, hits 60 miles per hour in 5.4 seconds, and delivers up to 52 miles of all-electric range on standard PHEV trims. The rugged Woodland PHEV comes in slightly lower at around 49 miles due to its all-terrain tires. For the GR Sport, you are looking at 48 miles of electric range and a 0 to 60 time of 5.7 seconds, which puts it in hot hatch territory for a family SUV. On charging, here is a detail worth paying attention to. The PHEV supports DC fast charging on the Woodland and XSE trims, allowing you to go from 10 to 80% charge in about 30 minutes. That is a rare capability for a plug-in hybrid and a significant practical upgrade over what competitors are offering. Standard Level 2 home charging takes approximately 4 hours for a full charge, which works perfectly for overnight use. Technology and interior upgrades. Toyota did not just update the drivetrain and call it a day. Every single 2026 RAV4 comes standard with a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster, replacing the old analog dials entirely across the entire lineup. Higher trims, including the XSE Limited and GR Sport, get a 12.9-inch center touchscreen, while base trims get a 10.5-inch display. All of it runs on Toyota's new Arene software platform, which makes this RAV4 a genuinely software-defined vehicle capable of over-the-air updates. That is significant because it means this car can improve after you buy it. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard across all trims. The system also includes Persistent Home button that stays visible regardless of which app is running, a detail that sounds small until you are fumbling with a screen while driving. The digital key functionality is also worth calling out. You can lock, unlock, and start the RAV4 directly from your Apple, Google, or Samsung digital wallet. You can share access with up to 5 additional drivers. And here's the part that actually impressed me. It uses near-field communication, meaning it continues to work even if your phone battery is completely dead. That is a genuinely useful real-world feature. Safety comes standard at a higher level than before across the whole lineup. Toyota Safety Sense 4.0 is fitted on every trim and includes proactive driving assist, which uses the vehicle's camera and radar to apply gentle braking and steering support to maintain distance from the car ahead. Blind spot monitor with rear cross-traffic alert is also standard, which was not always the case on lower trims in the previous generation. Cargo, practicality, and towing. This is where the RAV4 has always been a workhorse, and the 2026 model holds that reputation firmly. You get 37.8 cubic feet of cargo space behind the rear seats. For comparison, the Subaru Forester only offers up to 30 cubic feet. Fold the 60/40 split rear seats, and you expand that to 70.4 cubic feet with a nearly flat load floor. The PHEV trims come in slightly lower at around 33.5 cubic feet and 63.5 cubic feet, respectively, due to the larger battery pack. The Woodland trim gets its own dedicated treatment with increased ground clearance, multi-terrain select modes covering mud and sand, rock and dirt and snow, improved approach and departure angles of 20 and 24 degrees, raised roof rails with crossbars, and a standard 2-inch tow hitch receiver. On towing, AWD models, including the Woodland XLE Premium, XSE, and Limited, are rated at 3,500 pounds. FWD versions and the base LEAWD are rated at 1,750 pounds. All PHEV trims come standard with AWD and the full 3,500-pound towing capacity. Pricing and value breakdown. The 2026 RAV4 starts at $33,350, including the destination fee for the base LE trim. The Limited tops the hybrid lineup at $44,750. Where AWD is optional, it adds $1,400. The PHEV SE starts at $42,950, which is actually $3,315 less than the 2025 RAV4 Prime despite adding more power and more electric range. The GR Sport tops the entire lineup at $49,950. Now here is the honest value argument. On paper, the RAV4 costs about $1,000 more than a base Honda CR-V. But that comparison is against a gas-powered CR-V. Compare it properly against the CR-V hybrid, and the RAV4 is over $3,700 cheaper. You are getting hybrid technology as a standard entry point, not as a premium tier you have to pay up to reach. That reframe matters a lot when you are actually sitting at a dealership doing the math. Who should buy it and who should not? The 2026 RAV4 is the right choice if you drive regularly and want to cut fuel costs over time, need serious cargo space, want the latest safety tech without paying extra for it, or plan to tow a small trailer or boat occasionally. The PHEV variant makes even more sense if you have a level 2 charger home and most of your daily driving falls within 50 miles. At that point, you are running almost entirely on electricity day to day and only touching the gas engine on longer trips. Who might want to look elsewhere? If you need a compact SUV under $30,000, the RAV4 is no longer that vehicle. If you want a fully electric powertrain with zero tailpipe emissions at all times, the RAV4 is not trying to be that either. It is a hybrid, and while it is an excellent one, it still uses gasoline. And if you are someone who genuinely loves driving and wants a sporty, engaging experience, even the GR Sport is more performance-oriented than most RAV4s have been, but it is not a sports car. Know what you are buying. The bigger picture. Toyota has now pulled gas-only powertrains from 3 of its most important nameplates. The Camry went hybrid only. The Sienna went hybrid only. And now the RAV4, the best-selling compact SUV in America, goes hybrid only. The 6th generation of this vehicle targets buyers who prioritize efficiency, long-term dependability, and everyday practicality. That is not a limitation. That is actually exactly what the majority of SUV buyers have always wanted. And Toyota is now delivering it without asking anyone to pay extra or accept a compromise. The ripple effect on competitors will be real, and it will be felt fast. When the best-selling compact SUV in America drops gas engines entirely, starts under $34,000, it's up to 48 miles per gallon in the city, and still offers more horsepower than before, every other automaker has a serious question to answer. The 2026 Toyota RAV4 is the most significant redesign this nameplate has ever had, not just because of the styling updates or the new technology, but because of what the entire package signals to the market. The era of the gas-only mainstream compact SUV is ending, and Toyota is the one closing the door. For buyers, that means a more powerful, more efficient, and better-equipped RAV4 at a price that holds up honestly against hybrid competitors. The standard hybrid is genuinely compelling. The PHEV is one of the most practical and well-rounded options in its class right now. If you found this breakdown useful, drop a comment and tell me which trim you would actually go for and why. Are you in the standard hybrid camp to keep things simple, or are you going PHEV and plugging in every night? That debate is worth having below. Subscribe for more honest breakdowns like this one, and I will see you in the next video.